This country is not about freedom. Even though I'm in America, I can feel the chains of my own enslavement on me and my children and my family. I can see how my grandfathers, my parents, could have made drastic changes to their life to secure freedom here, now, in 2026, like starting a homestead all them years ago, all them generations ago. Our family would be more capable, more resilient, and more stronger, but we are not. We worked in the factories generation after generation until the spirit of living alone not living alone, but until the spirit of being able to be independent has passed away. Now we live in lives of basically, neighborhood communals. We are working in neighborhoods and we really don't even know our neighbors, nor do we really want to. Okay? I know that's not like that for a lot of people, but we're talking majority here. In school, we are raised to admire certain things in society. We're told to believe certain things. Lenses are placed on us for the rest of our lives in our early childhood. The way we look at things, the way we build a relationship with ourselves are etched in stone in them years, and we live through them for the rest of our lives. What I want to tell you guys is, I want to give you guys a couple things to think about. I want you to know that the police department, sheriff's department, the marshal service, the FBI, DEA, CIA, they don't care about you. The politicians are writing laws that they will break because nobody will be there to enforce them on them. Only us. And we are treated as own chattel property. They can make law after law after law, and then blame us for not knowing the law, being ignorant of the law, or not knowing how to read the law whenever they know that they wrote the law in a terminology and definitions in a way that normal people can't understand, even though they know the base language of the law. Legalese. That should not be allowed to have so many laws. A great philosopher, which I can't remember the name of, said that the more numerous the laws of a nation, the more tyrannical the nation. So, I just thought about something. If the police department pulls you over for not wearing a seatbelt, that is so hypocritical whenever they know they're not wearing a seatbelt all the time. You know what they'll say? They have a good reason. Sometimes they need to exit their patrol vehicles very quick and do not need to be impeded by the seatbelt. Okay, that's understandable. But whenever they pull you over and they tell you that we're going to give you a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt, possibly yank you out of the car if they want to, do a Pennsylvania versus Mims on you, get you out of the car, make you way more in danger on the side of the road, all for their safety, all for them to be able to extort you and take your money or take your liberty in a very polite and efficient manner with brute force and force of numbers on innocent single civilians, sometimes just a few people in a car. They will get 4 or 5 police on you if there's just 1 or 2 people in a car. I can understand, you're in a very bad neighborhood and information has came through the dispatch that there has been a serious violent crime. There could be multiple armed individuals. But that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about a man and a woman, or a man and a brother being pulled over on a traffic stop for speeding. Or something stupid like not having a registration sticker, expired, whatever, not having a license even. Why do we need to show the police department paperwork that says that we're allowed to be doing what we're doing? We didn't hurt nobody. We're just operating in a way that's contrary to the government, what their approval of our freedom is. So whenever you operate contrary to what the government believes that you're able to do, then you will be sicked on by these police officers, by, these political leaders. How can they pull us over for that and do that to us such a hypocritical way whenever they have a good reason for them not wearing a seatbelt, but they don't care what our reason is? We could have had a good reason, or maybe we didn't, but you know what? It don't matter. You're getting a ticket, you didn't have a seatbelt, no talking. That's how we're treated. And that's just one single example. Imagine how numerous these examples are and how even more tyrannical some of them get whenever you analyze the mentality behind them and you look at it from a place of true freedom and autonomy. So getting back to the force of numbers thing, a man and a brother get pulled over and they give the officer a little bit of sass. They're not going to be having that, them police. If you tell the police officer, I don't need to have a license. Why do I need to have a piece of paper from the government that I have to pay for to have a piece of private property that gets me to my doctor's appointment, or my daughter to her doctor's appointment, or me to the grocery store so I can continue my survival? They are treating everything in our country like a privilege, subject to fees, fines, licensure, restriction, prohibition. Guys, this is not freedom. And you know what? Our children, they will never know true freedom. We must teach them. We must stand up, because the future generations, you guys can see technology is going to enslave people. You know, one thing going on right now is people say, well, Y2K, they all said that it was going to be really bad and horrible, but they thought like that, and it never happened. It turned out that everything went good. That's how they're treating AI now. They don't see the inherent future for our people through this new system, and how utterly destructive it will be, because they say, well, people have said horrible things about what's going to happen with technology before, and it didn't happen. People are just being over paranoid. They're not looking deeper. They're not looking deeper to see that the inherent nature of artificial intelligence is, one, to make us not think as much. What happens whenever people don't have to think as much, guys? You know, your brain, your cognitive capability will be lessened. People already now have been weakened emotionally because of technology. You know, I can recall a time in my 3rd grade year whenever I was connected to the source of creation. I knew, and I was so thankful for my connection to this force. And, you know, I demanded, you know, to be shown knowledge that I needed to be able to be protected here. I knew that that was my destiny. And then, you know, as I go through 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, you know, all that left me. And for the longest time, I thought it was stolen from me. But really, I sacrificed myself because out of my own emotions, and also some fitting in with people and wanting to feel normal and wanting to do things other people do, and just listening to what they want me to do. And now I've turned into such a person where, you know, sometimes I feel like I can't even speak up whenever I need to. You know, my emotions, I feel, are so weak, and it is my fault. It doesn't have to be like that. And I have gave away all my power. I've acted like it's been stolen from me, taken from me, some government conspiracy that's, you know, mind washed everybody, which is an element to that is true. But there's also real power in being able to talk to yourself. And I knew this whenever I was younger because I did it. Being able to talk to yourself through any problem, and just knowing that who you are inside and the relationship that you have with yourself cannot be broken. Nothing can happen to you. You are a gift to the world. You have something to show people that is burning to come out of you to help people. Okay? Because you know that there is an overflowing inside you. You are just gifted. You are blessed by the Most High, and your words are a shining echo of the Most High speaking through you. You are doing God's work. Whenever you connect to your higher self, and you can be able to articulate things, and you can be able to stand up for yourself, and you can debate people whenever things are wrong, and, you know, the government is going into a very oppressive way, you will be able to articulate that, stand on that. And you will be able to know that any step that you take is not a wrong step, because you will know that every step you take is measured, it is appropriate, and it is moving you in the direction that you wish to be in. Technology and games and everything has taken us away from our innate capability to be able to listen to the quiet voice inside of ourselves that is the force of nature. It is the guiding force that all of nature relies on to be able to birth its children, birth its animal babies, and be able to care for them and know exactly what to do. Nobody trains these animals how to take care of their babies, they just know. And that's what I experienced whenever I was younger. I told myself in 3rd grade, there is no need for me to listen to these teachers because they're going to lead me wrong. They could be liars or fools. What I found inside myself was I demanded the force of nature to be able to gift me with safety and success and knowledge whenever I needed it. I said that I will not spend 1,000 years searching to learn everything I need to learn from people I don't even know are teaching me right and have my best interests. I knew that the power of nature that has placed me here on this planet to be a voice of the Creator, just like you. And what I went through in my life, I can tell you that there's no way I should be here, but I still have not truly found myself. But I know I am getting closer to where I was whenever I was younger. And I know that at that point I was just touching my capability of being able to talk to that voice and have that voice be through me. I know that I can get back there to where I was at as a kid, and I can even hone it even more. And I know that everything that has happened in my life will be fixed The years that I have wasted will be instantly given back to me, and my future will be bright. I know that, and there is no doubt in my mind that you can do it too. But you have to listen. Neuroplasticity means that everything you do, you can get better at it, and the brain pathways will be able to build stronger, and they will be able to almost be second nature. Your prefrontal cortex and your conscious mind will not have to focus on everything you do. It will become second nature, and you will be even better at it. Because whenever you think about doing something too much, you will become very less effective at it. Once it becomes second nature, parts of your brain that don't have to think about it will be working, and you will be able to do that task exceptionally efficiently, almost robotically, and you will love what you do. Nothing will be able to shake you out of the intense joy that you find in the pain of your life, because the pain of your life has given you the ability to grow. But you can get back to where I was as a kid. I'm going to get back there, and when you get there, you can hone that. And I'm telling you right now, the world needs you to do that. You must conquer yourself, because if you do not, you will fail the world. We are here for a purpose, and you will save the planet. I am going to bring something through me so you guys can see that you can do it too. You must be able to see that you can do it too, because the future of humanity depends on you to conquer yourself right now. Literally, your future of freedom or in total technological slavery is dependent on the next decision that you make right now and how you talk to yourself. Develop the bond that I'm talking about. Whenever I was a kid, you have to find it. It will save you. You will not take another step that is not, you will not know it's the right step. I'm telling you, every step you take will be the right step, and your foot will be planted there unshakable. Okay? And you will love yourself, and you will love what you do, and you will love the people around you, and you will be able to stand up for yourself. You will be able to do everything that you've ever wanted to do, and you will love doing it. There will be no more days of pain, because you will be able to make sacrifices, and you will be able to know when to cut things out of your life and when not to. Everything you do, sorry if I'm going on, but every step you make will be the perfect step, and you will never second guess yourself. Okay? You can hone that capability, and the world needs you to do it. It is on you and me. Okay? I love you guys. I hope you heard this message, and if you stuck around till this point, I really appreciate you. I hope that I can help you in some way. I can't overstate this, guys. Our future depends on your next moves and how you treat yourself, and the strong bond that you build with yourself that is unbreakable. We need unshakable, unbreakable men right now, because the times that are coming, the government oppression, the world wars, they are all going to coalesce in a way that looks random, but they will take our freedom. They will take our freedom. There will be checkpoints on the street, and if people are not ready to stand up in debate, stand up in difference of opinion, stand up in difference of ideology, or one day, even more sacrifice. If you are not ready to do that and stand up for the truth, for love, and for freedom, what will win is absolute slavery, tyranny, and oppression. We can't let that happen, and we will not. I love you guys. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you soon.